Hello and welcome to this week's FBF News Recap, where I take a look back at last week's news and look forward to this week's new releases. This week coming to you from the set of the FBF Awards, which you guys should go over and have a look at if you haven't seen them already. This week we've actually got a few new releases coming, so bear with me while I read through those. For the Xbox 360 we've got Haunt and Scary Girl coming out on the 18th. Soul Calibur is coming to the iPhone on the 19th. And this Friday sees the release of Real Fishing Paradise on the 3DS. And now, the news. Bethesda has confirmed a round of layoffs at id Software. They talked to Joystick after a tweet led to lots of questions. The content of the tweet mainly saying, some layoffs at id Software, more could follow, and stated that the layoffs had occurred through normal means. They're simply part of standard business practice, as id Software regularly evaluates staffing to ensure that it has a workforce that meets the needs of the studio. The official statement said that they are currently looking to hire new recruits and qualified developers to work on Doom 4. Or, something else the studio might be working on. But probably Doom 4. Now over to Dan with another piece of news.
Microsoft have confirmed that the Xbox House Party will be returning to us in February time this year. It's going to contain Alan Wake, American Nightmare. You've also got I Am Alive, finally making it to our little palms to release from Ubisoft. You've got Nexus, which used to be a Quake mod, I believe. Sounds about right. It's running on Unreal Engine now. Looks very good for a shooter, especially for an arcade title. And you've got EA's Warp as well, which looks fantastic. Only word at the minute is that it's going to kick off at the end of February. No order set on the four of them, but they will be launching back to back. No prices set yet either, but you can expect about $9.99 a pop, I'd imagine.
EA has announced a brilliant little bit of cross-promotion where if you play the Mass Effect 3 demo or the Kingdoms of Amalur demo, you will receive bonus content for the opposite game. See, if you play the 45-minute demo of Kingdoms of Amalur, you will unlock a set of armour with spikes on it for Mass Effect 3, which will have beefed-up power cells, increasing your weapon systems to increase projectile velocity and maximise the damage you do in close-quarters combat, as well as the Chakram launcher, which uses a fabricator to manufacture lightweight explosive ammunition, which will be earned by completing the demo and watching the trailer at the end. Conversely, if you play the Mass Effect 3 demo, which is due out at some point, you will earn for Kingdoms of Amalur the iconic N7 armour and Omniblade daggers, which are the holographic weapons used by Commander Shepard projecting from his Omni tool. Now, EA have done this trick before with Dead Space 2 and Dragon Age 2, and in Mass Effect 2 you could unlock a Blood Dragon armour set for Commander Shepard if you had played Dragon Age Origins. The Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning demo will be released on the 17th and will give you 45 minutes in the world of Amalur, while the Mass Effect 3 demo will give you both a single player and multiplayer look at the new game, but they haven't yet announced a release date for it yet. According to a report on EGM, we might be seeing some Dark Souls DLC in the not-too-distant future. The report notes that From Software, the developers behind Dark Souls, have filed a trademark for the Forest of Darkness, or Dark Forest, at the end of last year. It also says to expect the DLC to be released in the first quarter of this year. There are no further details at the moment about the DLC, except that Kai Honoro, Dark Souls producer, mentioned the possibility of DLC to several online sources before Namco Bandai shut him down and suggested that no content would be forthcoming. And that's all for this week, guys. As I said, you should go over and have a look at the FBF Awards, which Dan and I have just recorded. I will be putting out at some point this week. Head on over to our website for more information. And I'll see you next week for another news recap. Bye, guys.